One of the key features in JustFarm is the ability to upload and store evidence in a secure and organized way on your farm. There's a few different ways to do it in the platform, depending on what evidence you're uploading and kind of your own personal preferences. So I'll go through them here, but I'll start with the most simple way to do it, which is if you're looking at the map of your farm and you have a piece of evidence that you want to upload for a specific field and a specific action, then you would just click on that field. In this case, we'll take our big field here, and say we had a piece of evidence for lig 1 on this field. We can click on lig 1 and we'll come out to this field's page, and we're in the section for lig 1, and you'll notice down below here there's an evidence upload section. If we click the upload evidence button, then we can drag and drop or select from our computer any file that we want to upload. I'll take an example image here, then continue, and then you can choose which agreement year this file is for. You might be uploading evidence that you took a picture of last year or 2 years ago from your agreement, so you want to upload it to one of the previous agreement years. By default, the system will select the current agreement year we're in, but you can change that, and you can even select multiple agreement years. There's some evidence that might apply across multiple agreement years. You can also add notes, so I'll just say this is a demo, so you can write anything you want in here in the box. You can use this notes field to describe the evidence that you're uploading. You can also upload notes on their own without a file as a piece of evidence, so you could use this as a log of actions you've performed in the field towards your agreement. When you're ready, you can just click upload and it'll tell you if it's successful, and then it just gets added to this evidence log down at the bottom here. So it shows you when it was uploaded, who uploaded it, any notes that were written with it, what agreement years it's attached to, and if you want to see the actual file itself, you can just click on it and it'll open in a new tab. So that's the kind of simplest way of uploading an individual piece of evidence to an individual action on an individual field. Now, what if we wanted to add a file of evidence across multiple fields? There's a quicker way of doing this rather than going field by field, so we can come back to the map and I'll show you how to do that. So in this case, say we had a file that we wanted to put on all fields that had the same action. So for example, if we click on big field again here, we'll see we've got SAM1. So if we know we have a file that applies as a piece of evidence for SAM1 across multiple fields, then we can just click this upload button here before we click through on SAM1. So if we click this upload evidence button here, again, we can just drag and drop or select a file from our computer. In this case, I'm going to take my soil organic matter test results and click continue, and then it'll ask you to select which action from this field that this evidence is for, because we want to explicitly say it's for this action, so we'll say it's for SAM1. And then again, you can select the agreement years that it applies to, and then it will give you a list of all the parcels that have this action on them. So the one that we've chosen already, but then we can select multiple other parcels however we like. We can even say select all, and then we can add a text note as we want and upload, and that will upload that file across all of the fields that we selected. So if we pick one of these other fields that has SAM1 in it and we click through onto that field's page and the SAM1 section, we'll see that that file is in there in that evidence log for that field. So when you're uploading evidence, it's always tied to an action, and in most cases it's also tied to a parcel. And if you ever want to find all the evidence for an action on a land parcel, you can just click through on that parcel page and there'll be an evidence log showing you everything that's been uploaded to that action on that field. So that's a couple of ways to upload evidence in the system. You can also use the Just Farm mobile app to upload evidence from your mobile phone while you're out on the farm in the field. So you can open the camera app on your phone and take it straight in rather than having to transfer it on your desktop later. I'll show you in a separate video how the mobile app works, but essentially you would just open it up and select the field, and then you can open the camera app on your phone and take a picture straight in. Once you've been uploading evidence, as I said, there's multiple places you can upload evidence into the system. If you want to see everything that's been uploaded in one place, then if you come to the left here, you'll notice this menu option called Files. If you click on the Files section there, you'll see all evidence files that have been uploaded so far. You can also you can filter this. So if you've got a lot of evidence in there and you just want to find certain things, you could search for a file name, for example, and it'll bring that up. You could also search by action. So say, okay, just show me stuff for this specific action. And that's then it'll filter down that list. And there's one other thing I want to show you in this files section. So these are all the evidence files that have been uploaded as evidence for your agreements. But if you do want to upload any other file to your farm in Just Farm and just have it so you know where it is, that isn't necessarily a file of evidence, but maybe one of the other documents you've had, some correspondence you've had from the RPA, whatever it happens to be, then you can come into this Documents tab and you can just upload any other document you've got. So I'll just take an example here and upload it, and then it's saved in this document section here. So yeah, that's how to upload evidence for specific actions on specific parcels, but also, yeah, you can store any other file you want in this document section.